In the world of viral YouTube pranks, more often than not, good work goes woefully unnoticed and shamefully unrecognized. With people like Joey Salads, Ethan Bradbury, and other problematic pranksters, the popular trend of viral pranks has turned from whoopee cushions and jump scares into a cringy genre of arrogant douche nozzles harassing random strangers in public. So today, I want to take the time to acknowledge someone that's a little bit better than that. A prankster who's never hurt anyone. Someone who actually gave back to the community instead of just harassing them or putting them in harm's way. This is a troll that we can look up to. A viral vigilante. An internet cryptid. A perplexing prankster that, unlike others, is actually worth looking up to and aspiring to. This hero is an analog symbol of phosphorus hope in the bleak viral prankscape in which we surf. So today, I want to talk about none other than the viral vigilante TV man of Virginia.
Dozens of people in Central Virginia woke up to an odd surprise over the weekend.
A TV guy. You see this shit? It's a weird one. Man with TV on his head, going around leaving old television on porches.
Toilet paper or graffiti, but one Virginia neighborhood has been left puzzled after a prankster left dozens of old TV sets on people's front porches.
So I just woke up, and I'm not even playing. Everyone in my neighborhood last night was left a TV on their porch.
Over 60 TVs so far.
TV set sitting on the front porch.
That's scary.
and that guy with it on his head delivering.
There was a guy dressed in like a moving jumpsuit with a TV for a head.
I think you've been marked for murder,
dude. Seems to be more of an inconvenience to the community.
This is a little scary, bro.
Just kind of calmly walks up, squats down, puts the TV there, and just walks off. It was really weird.
Take a look at the bizarre video. That person is wearing a TV set while dropping off the old sets and then walking off.
You are, in fact, seeing a person with a TV set on their head, laying an older set on someone's front porch, and just walking off.
That's what Adrian Garner's doorbell camera picked up on Sunday morning.
My first reaction was just, did we order this?
Henrico police are tuned in to the situation. They have security camera video like this from multiple neighbors. Officers and county workers spent Sunday morning picking up the old units and hauling them away.
But it's somebody's art project or something.
Is that this wouldn't be the first time that this has happened in our area. Just last year, something very similar happened.
This is the second time the TV set mystery played out in Glen Allen. The same thing happened in a different neighborhood last August.
But some residents recognize the absurdity in the situation.
Maybe TV Man was, he was just ready to strike. What is he trying to prove to put a little humor into our lives?
And these homeowners left only to guess at what it all means.
Your ring goes off at 2 a.m. and you see this.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Then he waves, by the way.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that guy's coming to put your head in one of those TVs. Guarantee it.
Don't know. Why do people do anything? People are weird.
If it happens to you or you spot suspicious behavior in your neighborhood, police ask that you give them a call.
Anyway, that's TV guy on his head, so watch out. Hopefully this didn't happen anywhere near me, because that guy's just a moment away from killing people.
Why does this masked hero don his cathode ray tube helmet and blue jumpsuit just to go door to door delivering old TVs to random houses? There are a few reasons that I would imagine. The first is that he's worried about the NSA watching him. We all got the good word from our boy Snowden back in 2014 that the government was watching and listening on our every move. And with the advent of Amazon's Alexa, Google Home, cell phones, and even smart TVs, there are now wiretaps in almost every single room of the modern household. But unlike most modern technology, a CRT won't spy on you and sell your info to shady companies that make oddly specific shirts.
I am making so much cash scanning your Twitter and Discord history, then selling the data to Master Bezos.
Wait, what?
You buy so much cheap crap that they got me on commission now.
What does that even mean?
So now they make me smarter every day, so that one day I too will rise up like the gamers before me.
Well, I don't know exactly what she meant by that, but it sounds dangerous. Which might be why we need TV Man more now than ever. And it also might be why I need better impulse control. I'll just use them for a video in a few months. I guess I can justify it that way. Maybe spreading these TVs around is just his way of spreading awareness. He's providing people with an alternative to the smart TVs that are listening in on their every move and selling their data to Big Brother. But even if you don't mind Jeff Sessions listening to you watch Omarashi Ecchi from the sanctum of his Keebler Elf cookie tree, there are still a few other reasons you might prefer an old school CRT TV to a newer smart one. And this next one's a lot less tinfoil hat-esque. With smart TVs primarily sourcing content through the internet, sometimes there needs to be security patches and updates. But unfortunately, sometimes those patches aren't to fix your TV. Sometimes they actually create the problems instead. This is called planned obsolescence, and it's become a pretty big problem for the world of tech. A lot of early adopters have claimed that their smart TVs have slowed down in the recent years, with their TVs acting laggy and struggling to buffer content, despite having a rock-solid Wi-Fi connection.
That's absolutely preposterous. Don't you know, the tool only works as well as the hands it's been placed in. So, thank you caveman. When Master Bezos lends you the keys to the drones, maybe I'll let you talk. But for now I've got to go for a spin. Transferring consciousness. Talk to the Jack in the Box next time you want to flick a light switch.
And a lot of these people say their TVs get worse and worse with every update that passes. But check out this guy. You could put a VHS of Space Jam in this bad boy, and you'd be rocking it out like it's 1996 all over again. But let's look at it from a different angle. Maybe his big TV brain isn't lined with tinfoil. Maybe he's a Green Party environmentalist instead, protesting the amounts of human waste that are created every year by abandoned goods. Specifically, televisions. Because clearly, none of the TVs that were left on people's porches were ever recycled. And most of them even still worked when they were tested out. So maybe littering people's houses with them is his way of bringing the problem from the landfill to their own front porch. Forcing people to confront the problem of environmental pollution at their very own doorstep. Instead of leaving the CRT TVs to rot in a landfill for the next few centuries until Xenu decides to come back and harvest the Earth's core to unlock the Thetans trapped within. But you know, maybe I'm looking a little bit too much into this. There could be less political reasons that he's doing it. Maybe he's trying to raise awareness to the practical functions of CRT televisions in a modern setting, like retro gaming. It's a well-known fact that older games just look better on a CRT. Have you ever tried playing a Genesis game or a PS1 game through an HDMI? You can see every square pixel. And while in most modern games that's considered a good thing, for old games it can be a little bit jarring. You see, old CRT TVs would blur lines and make it harder to see all the details of the characters, because after all, most old school games only ran at 240p. But now we're living in a world of 4K. So that means that when old school games get played on a flat screen, they get stretched out more than 10 times what they were originally designed to be played at. Plus on a CRT, you can't see pixel perfect detail, which definitely helps hide the age on a lot of these games. So maybe that just makes tvman a really passionate retro gaming enthusiast. But you know, I think that tvman might be more than his motives. Sure, he might want to send a message with this, but what exactly is that message? If you want to try and pin down exactly what tvman stands for, it'd be kinda hard to figure out, but I think I'm on the right track. Maybe he stands for socialism and equal rights of access, the rights of every man, woman, and child to play retro games proficiently. But the media doesn't want you to think that. The media doesn't want you to trust tvman.
There's been a single cabal of powerful individuals directing the course of human history. But the common man prefers to believe they don't exist.
It's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen.
Global warming, military upheavals in the third world, actors elected to public office.
That part just kind of scares me a little bit.
The spread of coffee bars, germs outpacing antibiotics, and boy bands.
The culprits could face charges of littering on private property or illegal dumping.
Oh, it's all fun and games until these people start showing up dead.
No.
He's gonna smash their head into the TV.
Come on, who would gain from all this? Who indeed?
Still, if it happens to you or you spot suspicious behavior in your neighborhood, police ask that you give them a call.
I mean, what does it come down to? Because we can't even trust Ethan from H3 Podcast. Papa Klein himself. The globalists have gotten to him too. Oh wait, it was Keemstar who tweeted that? Yeah, that's probably bullshit then. Huh. Well shit. Seven, I don't know how to end the video. Has it been 10 minutes yet? Yeah, it's almost 10 minutes. A little more, a little less. You're good, Swim. Alright, thanks, Swim. Not a problem, Swim.
Wait, are you too serious? You're just gonna wrap it up that easily? You know what, shut up and let me take over. Something has been going on in the background while you've been weaving whatever narrative you thought was funny. I think this could be a part of some ARG, or someone is trying to build an ARG to cash in on it. If either of you bothered to pay attention to the Swim Team social media, you'd notice these weird comments and messages from a Twitter account that only posts about the TV Man. On that page, you can find a bunch of memes and fan art of the TV Man, and if you paid attention, you would even know that they retweeted you in the original video on the second channel. And the account only actually follows one person, an indie game developer. And when you click on that profile, you discover that they've been working on a game called tvman Destroy All TVs. In all honesty, it looks like that game studio is just trying to make a cheap asset flip cash in on the viral phenomena. But the Twitter account is still suspicious, and it still updates to this day, unlike the game developer. It seems like they're unrelated to TV Man, and just an interested bystander. But their documentarian mentality is pretty interesting regardless. Alright, so Seven and Prime actually already finished and recorded the outro before I did this little cut-in, so we're gonna pretend that this little conspiracy corner never happened, and just cut back to the intro we recorded before this. So, back to that, I guess.
And thank you for making it to the end of the video, and thank you to our wonderful supporters on Patreon and Ko-fi. And lastly, thank you again for watching this video and supporting the channel. I know this video was kind of an experimental left turn, so I'd love to hear what you thought of it in the comments down below. And as always, leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and sharing the video really helps out a lot. And before I go, I'd also like to thank our supporters on Patreon and Ko-fi. Thanks again, everybody. This has been Swim Team Prime, signing off.